today. Good morning to you all, and welcome to the FAQs on Study in Canada, a COVID-19 special. Webinar 2 focuses on how to choose program options for study in Canada. My name is Ganga Dandapani, and I'm Senior Vice President at CanAm. I've been speaking to you for a while now. Today's content, of course, includes answers to common questions that you did ask us in Webinar 1. And I hope you have watched Webinar 1, and like I have requested you, if you've not watched, please post your questions and we will send you the Webinar 1 link as well. Now, contents of Webinar 2, 2 minutes on who is CanAm, half a minute on list of designated learning institutions in Canada for international students, 6 minutes about Canadian government funded and private universities and colleges, 4 minutes on how to choose your program of study, 1 minute on location choices across Canada, 3 minutes on the most important topic, postgraduate work permit, and half a minute on the next webinar date, time, and topic. Okay, who's CanAm? We at CanAm are pioneers in career counseling for students headed to Canada for the past 24 years, almost a quarter century. Please do listen to the videos on our website to hear what colleges have to say about CanAm counselors and the services. CanAm is extremely special to Canada. We send the largest number of students and we've been doing it for the longest period of time. Anurag Sandhu, our CEO, is an ICCRC member, Immigration Consultants of Canada Regulatory Council, which means that we are Canadian government licensed consultants for visa processes. As a student, you need to have information about admissions, but most importantly, to be able to reach Canada, you would need to understand the visa processes, and you need to check with the licensed consultants so that you are not frauded by anyone and you do not ruin your career. Please make sure you only choose licensed consultants for visa processes. There are no consultants across India who can claim this combination of pioneering experience with licensing while promoting Canadian education. Now, types of designated learning institutions, DLI, in Canada for international students. As an international student, you need to apply to either a university or a college which has a DLI number. Now, the types of such institutions are government-funded universities. These are universities which are funded by the Canadian government. Then private universities, they're not funded, but they offer real niche programs which are very career-centric. Government-funded colleges, these are funded by the government, and the whole idea is to get industry-ready graduates who are ready for jobs. The private colleges in Quebec and private colleges in the rest of Canada. We want you to clearly understand what each one of these offers in terms of qualifications, career options, and postgraduate work permit before you decide what's right for you. So we start with Canadian government-funded universities. They offer 4 years bachelor's degrees, 2 years master's, and Canada has some of the world's leading research universities, and high scorers or achievers get successful admissions to their programs. While a few master's degrees are still open for September intake, bachelor's degree admissions are still open this year due to the COVID-19 situation. Many of these universities are conducting regular webinars with CanAm for our students. You should seek appointments with Team CanAm and join in. Please mention in the questions if you're interested in attending webinars with these universities. I'll have the Team CanAm counselors connect with you and invite you for those webinars. University of Waterloo is conducting their webinar on 11th May, Monday with CanAm, and other universities like Carleton, Royal Roads, they're all about to join the webinars, conduct the webinars. Now, private universities, that means they're not funded by the government, and they offer bachelor's and master's degrees. These are universities that provide innovative learning designed to continuously accelerate new thinking and skills for Canada's unique business landscape. They offer flexible, business-aligned, career-centric, and expert design programs tailored to industry employment needs, like cybersecurity, pharmaceutical regulatory affairs, business administration, computer science, global health and human services, emergency management, human resource management, and so on. You can realize by these how career-centric these programs are. And you also qualify for a postgraduate work permit when you finish a degree here, a bachelor's degree or a master's degree at a private university. You will qualify for a postgraduate work permit. Now we come to government-funded colleges. These are colleges which are funded by the Canadian government to offer professional and career certifications in a vast range of fields like accounting, education, financial planning, healthcare, information technology, legal services, project management, business sector, art and design, hospitality, and much, much more. Colleges offer 4-year applied bachelor's degrees, 2 to 3-year diploma programs, 1 to 2-year graduate certificates. Graduate certificates are basically PG programs, which are highly skill-oriented and designed for the Canadian job market. Career outcomes are the focus of their programs. Most of them have very, very high graduate placement rates. They have very reasonable tuition fees. Programs are more practical with industry placements and co-op, which is internship semesters. Their programs are designed with industry partners looking at the future job market aimed at high graduate placement rates. Most of these programs have a graduate placement rate ranging from 85 to 95%. In fact, I even know of programs which have a 100% graduate placement rate. They are usually niche programs which offer very high-end skills. Thus, a large percentage of Indian students go for their pocket-friendly programs focused on skills and job placements, leading to possible permanent residency. Most students looking at studying in Canada do have permanent residency as their objective. So when they apply for permanent residency, usually international students go through the Canadian experience class, which needs you to have 1 year of Canadian work experience. So for that work experience, you need to have a job and you need to have skills to find a job. And these government-funded colleges, since they focus heavily on skills, that's where a large percentage of Indian students go to study. Now coming to private colleges in Quebec, and they offer diplomas which are eligible for postgraduate work permit. Private colleges in Quebec are a great attraction for students who are looking for easier permanent residency options. And since 1st July 2019, temporary workers, foreign students, which are international students, as well as their spouse, are eligible for full-time French courses with a financial assistance of $185 per week, plus a transportation allowance. That is about $75 or so. So that's a neat package that each student gets for just wanting to learn French. Admissions criteria and English language requirements are a little more flexible, and students are eligible for a postgraduate work permit. That's why students are pretty interested in studying in private colleges in Quebec. Now, private colleges in the rest of Canada outside Quebec, they have reasonable tuition fees compared to other colleges. Admissions criteria and English requirements are a little more flexible. They could have more co-op component in their diplomas, but students are not eligible for any postgraduate work permit unless they continue their further study at a public college or a university to complete their study. The postgraduate work permit will then be as per the duration of the study in the public college or the university. So options are possible. Or if the private college has a private-public college partnership and they offer the public college diploma, public college is basically a government college, the student would then qualify for a postgraduate work permit depending upon the duration of the program. So how do you now decide where you should study? Should you choose to study at a university, government-funded university, a private university with niche programs which are job-oriented, or a government-funded college which is aimed at the job market with industry partners? Or should it be private college in Quebec or private colleges outside Quebec across Canada with university partnerships or private-public partnerships? How do you decide where you should study? Please contact a CanAm counselor to know about customized options in your field of interest that satisfy your objective of study in Canada. Your academic profile, your work experience if you have any, area of interest, English language skills, the funding that's available to you, all that would be needed for a proper profile assessment to suggest appropriate university or college as well as program options. So let's move to program options now. On what basis would you select a suitable program of study? Well, it's always tricky to select a program of study, but the 6 common points that students should look at are the following, but there could be other individual factors as well. The course contents. Now, the course contents decides the skills that you will pick up during the program of study. And the duration of the program actually decides the length of the postgraduate work permit that you will qualify for. I will come to postgraduate work permit after this and I'll tell you more details about that. But it's important, the length of the postgraduate really depends upon the duration of your course of study as well. Now, employment outcomes. What is the employment outcome of that program? That will help you decide to choose that program because it tells you about the jobs that you can get and what is the graduate placement rate of that program. That will help you decide, yes, I should go study this program. Another thing is campus location. Now, campus location, of course, is important for jobs because where the campus is located, you need to know what kind of industries are around. You need to get your co-op job there. You need to go part-time jobs there. You need to do full-time job after you finish your course when you get your postgraduate work permit. So location of the campus is important. And also it's important for permanent residency because permanent residency options are also location based. Some of the locations are extremely attractive to students because of their easier permanent residency route. I will talk about that a little later, but let's move to other issues which decide which program you will study. The tuition fees of the program. Yes, students look for the best return on their investment. And scholarships and bursaries, some of the colleges and universities are offering actually COVID bursaries as well. So all that definitely helps you to decide which program you should study. Eligibility, of course, most important, you should be eligible for that program in academic ways as well as the English language course. You should be eligible and then you can choose that program. And finally, the program should match your profile, your academic profile, if you've had any work experience, all of that should match up with the program of study that you're choosing so that it makes up a nice, neat story and you're able to be successful with your student visa. Sounds like a tough job, right? Only licensed ICCRC counselors can guide you through this complex exercise of program choice related to immigration, your study visa, study permit, your post-study work permit, your permanent residency options. All that is related to immigration and your program choice needs to keep that in mind. Hey, Team Can-Am is at the forefront for you. We'll help you. Now let's look a quick peek into some location choices. Students mostly prefer to study at Toronto and Vancouver for their own reasons. They've got more friends, more relatives, more jobs, active nightlife, and so on. But that also means there's more competition there. Quebec is attractive for its easier permanent residency policies and the free French language training that the Quebec government provides for its international students. Students at private colleges in Quebec directly qualify for the post-graduation work permit that other provinces do not allow without conditions. And more on location choices, students also choose smaller places with lower population density, especially the rural and northern regions, or provinces of Atlantic Canada like Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland and Labrador, because they have easier permanent residency options because of more jobs and fewer skilled people to fill them. Now, there are pilot programs for students and temporary workers like Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot, Atlantic Canada Immigration Pilot, British Columbia BC Tech Pilot. So these are all programs which help students and international workers to get permanent residency it's much easier for them to be able to get the permanent residency through these pilot programs. Because there are more jobs and people who have studied there or already working there are better skilled to fill these positions. Now, students in these smaller places have also found it easier to manage the COVID-19 situation because of better community engagement. They're smaller communities and there are fewer cases of the pandemic. Now we come to the duration of the post-graduation work permit. If your program was more than 8 months but less than 2 years, you may get a postgraduate work permit that's valid for up to the same length as your study program. So let's say your program was for 1 year, you'll get qualify for a 1-year postgraduate work permit. If you studied a program for 18 months, you could qualify for an 18 months postgraduate work permit. If your program was 2 years or more, you may get a postgraduate work permit that's valid for 3 years. So 2 years study, 3 years study, 4 years study, all of that you would qualify for a 3 years postgraduate work permit. If you complete more than one program, that means you can have a combination of programs. You may be able to get a postgraduate work permit that combines the length of each program. Each of the programs you completed must be postgraduate work permit eligible and at least 8 months in length. So let's say you did a program of 1 year plus another program for 1 year, then you could qualify for the 3 years work permit. Please note that you can't get a work permit, postgraduate work permit, if you already have had one after completing an earlier program of study. So you can only get a postgraduate work permit once. So now you can ask your questions. If you haven't already asked them, please go ahead and ask more of your questions. Click on the chat button and you'll see a chat panel open on the right side. Post your questions with your email ID and city. Please type your email ID, city, and your question, and a Can-Am expert closest to you will certainly contact you with the answers. And your questions should be related to, but not limited to, you can ask other questions as well. Our webinar 3, got admission for September intake or applying for September intake, time to apply for a student visa, and other processes that are connected with the student visa, on 15th of May at 11:30 a.m. To attend that, please register online at www.canamgroup.com. When you go to the website, you'll see a banner which says Webinar 3. Click on it and you'll be able to register there. You will also receive an email with a video link of this webinar. If you have not seen this webinar, you could not manage to see it, or you want to see it again and again, you want to pass it on to your friends, you will receive the email with this video link and you can see it again. And the mobile numbers of Can-Am experts in your cities will also be mentioned in that email. So please contact them with your queries. And don't forget, when you go on to the www.canamgroup.com, you will find a banner like this, COVID-19 Global Lockdown. And this is where all the messages, video messages from Canadian universities and colleges are being posted daily. Currently, we have about 40 of them, and daily we are adding on because I'm in a video session with most of these universities and colleges, and they are giving us information which has to be passed on to you about their flexible admission options, about what special scholarships and bursaries offering, and highlight of whether you should apply for the September intake, whether you can defer. All of this information specifically also related to COVID-19 is being offered there. Please make sure you watch them. They're very short videos, just about 5 minutes or so. So make sure you watch them, especially those of those universities where you would like to apply. Thank you all for having attended this webinar.